to make matters worse. Patel calls out for help while Downing Street refused to lend a hand. Priti Patel is under immense pressure to fix the surge in channel crossings, with Downing Street refusing to back the Home Secretary's approach. Official data indicates more than 25,600 people have so far made the treacherous crossing over the Dover Strait in 2021. The figure is more than 3 times the total for the whole of last year, with fears many more will still make the journey before December 31st. Frustrated MPs were yesterday demanding Ms. Patel get on top of the situation, describing it as a national emergency. Meanwhile, Number 10 was unwilling to say the Home Secretary had done a good job over the situation. Asked if Boris Johnson was happy with the Whittam MP's record today, the Prime Minister's official spokesman twice declined to offer up praise. He said Mr. Johnson had confidence in the Home Secretary but would on stopping channel crossings would only go so far as to say she had worked extremely hard and no one can doubt this is a priority for her. Downing Street is placing Ms. Patel in an incredibly difficult position, one minister told The Guardian, defending the Home Secretary. The ally added that there was immense pressure on her to solve the problem despite no obvious solutions. Ms. Patel has repeatedly said the government's Nationality and Borders Bill, currently passing through Parliament, will play a big part in tackling the problem. But Tory MPs last night feared the government was guilty of putting too much hope on a single piece of legislation. They are worried there is no plan for if the new laws fail to have the impact the Home Office hopes for. Senior backbencher Sir Edward Lee accused the Home Secretary of having lost control of the situation. He told the Commons, "We told the people at the referendum, us Brexiteers, that we would take back control. It's clear that in this we have lost control. If you tell the most desperate economic migrants in the world that we will provide a free border service, taxi service across the channel, we will never deport you, we will put you up in a hotel as long as you like, is it any wonder that more and more come? This is now a national emergency." He called on the Home Secretary to consider an Emergency Powers Act to override the Human Rights Act if necessary. The Home Secretary has mooted various solutions including the controversial offshoring policy. Johnson has now given Steve Barclay, the Cabinet Office Minister, responsibility for a cross-government review. One Tory MP said Johnson faced more anger from colleagues about small boat crossings when he addressed the 1922 committee last week than over the handling of the sleaze scandal. Supporters of Patel said they did not recognise claims she has been targeted by Downing Street, and insisted her team is very supportive of Barclay's task force. The only real plan on the table is the new plan for immigration, the source said. The source also hit back at MPs who claim she should step down, accusing them of sniping without coming up with alternative policies. "I've seen lots of sniping from the sidelines but no real solutions from anyone else other than the Home Secretary," a Home Office source said. It is understood that Whitehall staff have been told Barclay has been brought to examine why the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office has yet to move forward with agreements with other countries to let new arrivals be returned immediately. The Ministry of Housing, Communities and Local Government is set to be asked to help find accommodation, while the Ministry of Defence will be asked about the use of barracks to house asylum seekers. In the Commons, several Tory MPs pushed for progress on Australian-style offshore processing centres, to which migrants would be flown within 7 days of arriving in the UK. Richard Holden, MP for North West Durham, said, "We must now adopt an Australian approach to stopping these small boats in the channel. Offshore processing, towing them back, whatever it takes to secure our borders and stop the awful human trafficking. As a backup plan." Ms. Patel responded by saying the Nationality and Border Bill would help around asylum, around processing, around deportation, around fast-tracked removals, and importantly, around making sure that we break the business model of those traffickers who are smuggling people into the United Kingdom. She added, "These changes are pivotal to absolutely bring a comprehensive reform to the entire system. There is no single solution to this, and that is why this bill is so important." Solution to this